Is anyone else just so bored of dating? Because I'm tired and I actually can't be asked.
I've actually decided that I'm going to stay single forever.
Because if you ask to see them for breakfast and they say no, chuck them in the bin, honestly, like.
A good day, everyone. Continue to be Jenny with the program. Learn modern women. Today is part 58. We find out the reason why men are walking away from dating. Start now with Girls of Today.
Being older than 25 and looking younger than 25 is a flex.
No, not really. You could be 26 looking 24. That's not a flex. Now, on the other hand, me being 45, looking 55, now that's a flex.
I'm a fan believer of if you want to know if someone really likes you and actually will do anything for you, see if they will wake up in the morning for you. Because if you ask to see them for breakfast and they say no, chuck them in the bin, honestly, like.
That's actually a good advice. I'm not gonna take it, but it's a good advice. It's probably from that same book that you all read, 100 Ways to Keep You Single. Test your partner nonstop, push him and his patience to his limit, and you're gonna find yourself in a beautiful long-term relationship with yourselves and your cats.
I've woken up and my body has chosen violence on me this morning. I've woken up with a stifling backache on my left and my hip is in bits. I can barely walk, my hip hurts so much. I didn't realise I was 85 years of age. I'm 25 years old and currently I feel like I need a chiropractor and a hip replacement. I'm not built for this life, seriously.
25 seriously? Man, you must have had some rough life.
Guys, I can't even cope. Look at this picture of me on the tube. Oh, good God.
Never mind. That explains everything in that picture. Your body is leaning right, but if at any point you switch sides, there's your answer. Another answer could be also lay off the booze for a while. You look like at least 35.
Is anyone else just so bored of dating? Because I'm tired and I actually can't be asked. The places that I go for the people that are my age that I want to meet, I just don't enjoy. Like I've come home early, my friends are still out. I'm just tired, I'm bored. Like I'd rather sit in, stay in. I've stuck on Gogglebox. But then if I don't go out, I'm not going to meet anyone. Like I personally don't like dating apps. They're not for me. I just don't want forced conversation. I want to meet someone like naturally. But how am I going to if I don't like going out? Like I like going out for about an hour and then I'm just over it and I want to be back in bed and my feet hurt and I'd rather eat food. Yeah.
What to do? I don't even think I got the point you're trying to make. But sure, you want to go out on dates, but you don't want to go out on dates. You want to go on dates, but not for more than an hour. I don't see that as a problem. That's actually 59 minutes and 30 seconds more than I need, but let me be serious for a second. You don't like dating apps? That's great. Date the guy that is serving you coffee in Starbucks. Date a guy that is delivering pizza at your door. Date one of your coworkers. Date the guys at your gym. You won't, and I know you won't, because you say you don't like going out, and I get that. But for a girl that doesn't like going out, you're shaking it way too often in nightclubs. So maybe the problem with you in dating is that no guy can actually take you seriously.
This is the only video you'll ever need to call in your divine love, your twin flame, your soulmate, your cosmic reflection, etc. First, you must know that what you seek is also seeking you. So that should keep some hope alive. Second, you must become what you desire. Oftentimes what we do with love is we'll take a person and we'll try to mold them into the perfect puppet to be exactly what we desire in a partner. That's never going to happen. That is usurping, the opposite of love. Usurping means to control. Love means to be free. So if you do not know what you desire, you cannot attract your cosmic reflection. So we're going to write a list of 5 different sections. Using a pen and paper is always more powerful, but if you want to use your notes app, you can do that too. You're going to split the page or the notes app up into 5 different sections. First section is values, then vibe, then daily routine, communication, and then a section for love. So we are creating the ideal partner for you.
Yeah, okay. I've heard enough for me, the perfect partner for me. How about you? How come you didn't get the perfect partner? Now that I don't appreciate You teaching me how I can find my perfect partner. But where's yours? Perception is values. You're talking about my value or yours. Because I can see yours is $15.99 a month. But now it all makes sense. You never manifested your perfect partner because you are always manifesting being a 3, you're a 4, and having a POF account. Okay, got it. Men that don't cheat. What are you doing right now? Well, first of all, not you. Second of all, whatever we want. How did you find us anyway? Are you not the type that says all men cheat? Anyway, just out of curiosity, any of you remember how guys used to put some metal or plastic tiny little balls on their D? I'm just curious about the sound they'll make when you put them two together. But even better, what happens if you replace those tiny balls with a magnet? One of you guys should try it and let us know. Take one for the team. I'm only joking. Don't do it. Don't do that if you do. Don't blame me for that. It's not my fault. And if you do, let us know.
I've actually decided that I'm going to stay single forever because just the thought of dating repulses me. I don't want to be close to anyone. I don't want to have to text someone and ask how they are or what they've been up to. Or for someone to ask me what I've been up to. What have you been up to today? Just make me some dinner.
Okay, so the problem is not that you don't want to date anymore. The problem is you're afraid he's not going to make you dinner. Well, at least you're consistent about not dating, right? Wrong.
I'm going to share this because it never happens to me. I went to a hardware store and asked a man if he could help me find some screws. You could say I went to a hardware store and asked a man for a screw. Yes, I did. Sorry. Anyway, he asked me if I was at uni, if I was doing my uni room. Because I'm putting up a curtain pole. I was like, no. Then he asked me if I was doing it myself. So I asked him if he wanted to come around and help, and the rest is history.
So you are pretty much in the 7th heaven just because some guy flirted with you. The rest is history. Well, it only happened like yesterday. How about the first part with you not dating or him making you dinner? Instead of you asking him if he had some screws, maybe you should have asked me if you can cook. Who am I kidding? I would also choose screwing around over food.
I'd like to clarify something for all the very angry men who have been commenting on my last video about alpha women. First of all, the term alpha, I coined from Zach there, our buddy. I don't normally have to go around telling people I'm an alpha. You're right. They just know. And about the levels of being equal or higher, this has nothing to do with riches and status. I mean, yeah, that would be great. Luxury, for sure. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm referring to is capability. We want a man who is capable of taking the lead, right? So we don't have to all the time. So when I get home and I'm exhausted, I can turn around and tell him that. And what I can hear in response is one of the phrases a man could say, which is, I got this. I got you. Dinner's ready in 30. And then I can turn around and do the same thing for him when he's tired. We want a partner, but in order for that to happen, we have to be equal. And if you're not, then you're not a man, you're a dependent. So stop getting so insulted, because if you are, you're just admitting to the fact that you are one of those insecure men. So I would suggest that you stop commenting. This page is not for you. And the thousands of women who have agreed with me goes to show that I'm right.
Actually, no. It only shows that some other women agree with you. Unfortunately for you, just because some people agree with you, it doesn't mean you're right. Now, maybe in the insecure man you say I am. I disagree with you. The first point I disagree with is this: just because I disagree with you doesn't mean I feel insulted, doesn't mean I'm angry. The second point, I disagree with, you're talking about your man without having one. And the final point I disagree with is when you say you're gonna have his back the way he has yours. I know you're trying to look feminine, but you call yourself a warrior. You have that in your account name, and you call yourself an alpha. I admit that's a good show and it makes me laugh, but it is just a show.
I'm about to tell you why Instagram is a much better dating app than dating apps are. And if you're smart and savvy with how you use Instagram, It's a one-stop shop. It's all you need for all the things. So today I was looking at a restaurant that I love because I wanted to find photos of the food to show my friend. So I was not on the actual Instagram account of the restaurant. I was on the location. And when you go onto the location, it'll show you all the photos of people who have posted a photo with that restaurant as the location. So as I'm looking through the food, what do you think? I find a cute guy who posted a photo there. And it was a super old photo, but whatever. I like it anyway. What do you think happens next? Within minutes, this man follows me and is now in my DMs. It's that simple. So now you get to find people who go to places you already like. And now you know you have like favorite restaurants in common. Or even if it's not a favorite, you at least know that they have somewhat of good taste and they could take you there instead of figuring out the guessing game with guys on Hinge. Do it. Trust me.
Nah, I'm good. I don't even trust myself most of the times. And you want me to trust you. Nah, whoever heard of a somewhat attractive girl liking some guy on social media and he will not be on her DMS, I know, right? That never happens.
I know that we think having sugar babies is like not normal. Think about it. Do you really expect a man who has it all and the funds, maybe not the looks, but the funds, do you really expect him to go without? No! Men love women. Men are always gonna get theirs. And they know that they have to pay for a beautiful woman. They know that goddess women are expensive. They know that women with high standards are literally the moment. They know that they don't value anything that they don't work really hard for. Know that they don't want a cheap woman who doesn't demand stuff. Know that they don't want someone who's hard to get, but they do want someone who's hard to keep. I don't care if your family doesn't know, or maybe your sisters don't know that you ended up dating a man in his 50s when you were 22. You can tell me. We all do it. And there is a reason for that. We're literally animals. We love our daddies. And the daddies love us.
We all do it, wink wink. Seriously, ma'am, you understand you're no longer 22, right? Goddesses and beautiful women? And what kind of weird broken up mirror you have in your house? Men love women. Yeah, I agree with that. Men are gonna get theirs. Yeah, I agree with that as well. The only difference is probably gonna be the price. But everything else you just said, you need to stay on your medication.
So, I wanted to talk about dating. So, the dating world. So I went on a date last night. We've been talking for like 2 weeks, a week and a half. So I drove an hour to see him. Dating today, got on with him, found him attractive, had loads in common, drove an hour to see him, and he dissed my car as soon as I pulled up. Rookie mistake. Was a nightmare the whole way we went round bowling and mini golf. Moaned at me the whole way round, told me how to hit the ball, accused me of dubbing the results. We couldn't have clashed anymore. I don't understand how that can happen, how you can click with someone and then it was just a nightmare. It's really put me off dating and it's just horrific. I just hate dating. Dating in your 30s is just a nightmare. I feel like people who find their one so much younger are so lucky because it's dating world today with social media and everything. It's so difficult and people are just so, what's the word? They presume I'm going to pull up in a bloody Audi A1 or Mercedes A-Class. No. People need bringing down to earth a little bit.
Okay, well, you wanted to talk about dating. Let's go ahead. You don't need to drive an Audi or a Mercedes. You need to learn how to take a joke. Maybe he did got a bit competitive. Or maybe the date was ruined because you think he disrespected your car. So I think no matter what he did after, he disrespected your car would have been okay because you felt hurt. You had your feelings hurt from the beginning. Maybe it's just personal to me. I don't know. Because that would be something I would say hey, did you drive here or did you push the car all the way? But that's okay. Learn how to take a joke that's coming from a guy that is driving a 2.003 Ford. So I pretty much know what I'm talking about. Dating is hard in your 30s. Well, I kept telling you it's gonna be like that when you were in your 20s. But who's ever gonna listen to a man when he's telling you what he wants